Yo, 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 yo. I got a hot 45 minutes. Hassain Campbell. We're going to get right to it. Hassain Campbell sends shots at a Gerald Prince Miller. Let's go.
Hey, Prince, remember him? Ooh. When are y'all niggas gonna ask Prince about this story right here? Since you talking, you doing a world tour, and you running your mouth. We want to hear from your mouth what happened between you and Preacher. You know that dangerous, notorious nigga from Harlem? I mean, because we heard the story, and I'm not saying it's true. I'm saying I want to hear it out of your mouth. But I'm going to regurgitate what we heard. We heard you stepped the Preacher in jail, and you called Preacher a rat. And we heard this dude right here, he gave you some sleepy time tea, my nigga. You want to know what sleepy time tea is? I'm saying allegedly. I'm not even saying that this is true. I'm saying I want to hear your side of the story. Because this nigga right here, nigga, this, how Big said, black nasty as ever. However, I wear coochie down.
All right. So here we go. Hassain Campbell's insinuating that Gerald Prince Miller approached Preacher from the Preacher crew, called him a rat, and Preacher knocked Prince out. I know a lot of my New Yorkers get a little irritated with Wack, and they say, Wack, you ain't from New York. I am, but I'm not, and I'm not, but I am. Because my roots run very deep in New York. Matter of fact, a lot of you people that be talking about these people don't know these people. I know these people. A lot of you people that heard of these people and all that, y'all don't got no access to these people. I do business with these people. I got dealings with these people. So when Hassain says things like that, it was funny because I got all the documentation to this, right? I haven't talked to Prince in maybe 3 days. He has no idea that I'm doing this, but I'm pretty sure the brother wouldn't mind me speaking my piece based on facts, right? Wack, how did you get the documentation? Well, this is very old documentation. It's 20 years old. Actually, this incident happened June 18, 2000. So it's 20 years and say 4 months old. Happened in Beaumont, USP. Now, first things first. The elephant in the room is, did Prince get knocked out? I'm gonna let y'all linger with that for a while. My thing is, did Prince approach this man and call him a rat? Did Gerald Prince Miller approach this man and call him a rat? That's the question. Okay. The documents I'm about to read from come from March 25th, 1997. The document, I'm going to start mitigating factors as to Mr. Heatley willingly to cooperate with the government. I represent the exposers. I am one of the founders of the exposers. We don't do what Hassain did. When we speak, it's because we got it. So let's get to it. Let's get to it. Did preacher tell? Was Prince well in his right for saying this man told? Mitigating factors as to Mr. Healy, willingness to cooperate with the government. In this case, if this case ever proceeds to a penalty hearing, we are prepared to put on evidence about Mr. Healy's post-arrest willingness to assist the government. It is our understanding, or collaborated by Mr. Healy's first attorney, Andrew Shapiro, Esquire, that Mr. Shapiro was approached by the government at the time of Mr. Healy's initial appearance before a magistrate judge and advised that Mr. Healy had made a statement to the arresting agents and appeared willing to speak with the government further. Mr. Shapiro was advised that the government was more than willing to speak to Mr. Healy. Mr. Shapiro was also assured that the government was prepared to evaluate Mr. Healy's information in an objective manner and that he would not be disqualified from cooperating with the government because of his status as the lead defendant in the indictment of that he was on. To be put bluntly, too bad of a guy for the government to sign up. What followed were 5 days, exclamation point, of proper sessions. August 21, 23, 27, 28, and 30th of 1996. Each of these sessions last many hours. Some lasted the entire day. Mr. Shapiro described Mr. Healy as forthcoming and truthful. Mr. Shapiro recalls that from time to time, Mr. Healy was praised by the agents in attendance for providing information on matters of which the agents were unaware. During this process, Mr. Shapiro repeatedly sought and was repeatedly provided assurance. Damn, they said they praised him. Hold on, bro. They said they praised the man. Jeez. Fuck. That Mr. Healy would be judged on the basis of his information and that he was not going to be rejected as a potential cooperating witness simply because of who the government thought he was. At the end, however, Mr. Shapiro was, upon returning from a vacation, was advised that Mr. Healy's cooperation had been rejected after he cooperated. When new counsel came into the case, an effort was made to reopen negotiations for a cooperation agreement on December 31st, 1996. The undersigned met with you and the other representatives from your office, as well as cross-designated assistant district attorney, to provide by way of attorney proffer information on numbers of topics where Mr. Healy was in possession of information which he sought to share with the government. Once again, the proffered assistance was rejected. Your office plainly can decide who it wishes to sign to cooperation agreements or not. This is not the point here. Instead, the point is that Mr. Healy was willing to assist your office in the prosecution of others and spent 5 days outlining that information and disclosing in detail criminal activities in which he had been involved. Although your office and the final analysis did not sign Mr. Healy up, his demonstrating willingness to assist the government is certainly a circumstance that should be mitigated against a decision to seek his execution. It will certainly be circumstance that a jury would likely find mitigating. There we go. It will certainly be circumstances that the jury would likely find mitigating if this case ever proceeds to a potential trial. Information which protected the lifestyles of others. In the course of an initial proffer session, Mr. Healy brought to the, go to the next page, brought to the government's attention information about a plot to harm Detective J. Mayer, one of the officers working on the investigation. The information was greatly received, especially by Detective Mayer, and it is believed acted upon. During the proffer session, Mr. Healy also disclosed information he had learned about a plan to harm witness in an unreleased state kidnapping trial. Again, this information was received, treated as genuine and acted upon. Mr. Healy continued to demonstrate a concern for the safety of others, even after the government advised him that his cooperation was not wanted. Specifically, on October 30 of 1996, Mr. Healy was in a holding cell in the courthouse when he overheard a defendant in the ongoing Latin Kings prosecution discussion planned to have a female witness who had testified that day, followed home from the courthouse and murdered. Once he was back at MCC, Mr. Healy brought the information to our attention and asked what would we bring, and asked that we bring it to the immediate attention of the government. We cut short our MCC visit and contacted Richard Zabel and Steve Cohen from the payphone at the MCC lobby. We understood the steps were taken to protect the witness. On November 21st, 1996, a status conference arraignment was held in this case. All defendants were present in court. During a whispered jury box conversation, Mr. Healy advised Mr. Cohen that Healy had overheard plans by other defendants in the case to injure or kill cooperating witness Derek Hellsrock, who somehow had been placed in the same unit at MCC as some of the defendants. Mr. Cohen slipped you a note advising of the need to move Hellstock immediately. So it was Derek Hellstock. It is our understanding that Mr. Hellstock was in fact moved prior to the return of the other defendants to MCC that evening. This type of behavior on Mr. Healy's part demonstrate aspects of characters which should mitigate against a decision by your office to seek execution. Once again, if we do get to a penalty hearing, information of this kind is quite likely to be seen as mitigated by the jury. Mr. Healy is Preacher. I don't know Preacher. I've heard stories about Preacher, the Preacher crew. Those of you guys that have watched Paid in Full and remember the little boy getting snatched and his finger getting cut off and sent back, that was depicting some of the work of the Preacher crew. I heard they was a real savage crew, put in a lot of crazy work, a lot of horrific things. So, what we have just established is, yes, Preacher, Mr. Healy, is definitely a cooperant. He asked to be a CI. He asked to be a rat. Now we know that Gerald Prince Miller didn't just approach this man out of hate because he owed him something. The only thing he had against this man is he was a rat. Now, Hassain Campbell, he's putting the narrative out there that this dude, Healy, Preacher, because Prince called him a rat, knocked Prince out. And then he slick with his wording because he says, I don't know if it's true. If you don't know if it's true, why are you saying it? Wack has that paperwork too. Straight up. This West Coast standing up for a real New Yorker. You understand what I'm saying? For a real New Yorker, right? Prince ain't never did nothing wrong. We got to call a spade a spade. The supreme truth, available on an all-black platform. 50 Cent is even promoting it. Ain't that something? You know, I want to see some of you bloggers who get paid off of this man's name. Go put up the link, shout it out, promote it. Until you do that, Stop asking Wack why he doing what he doing. Steel sharpens steel. So now that we have established that Prince did not approach Preacher under false pretense, that Preacher actually is a rat, right? What we're gonna go over now is the incident report between Prince and Preacher, what the document that Hassain Campbell's insinuating that Preacher knocked Prince out for calling him a rat. U.S. Department of Justice, institution, USP Beaumont. Name of inmate, Miller Gerald. Register number, 10766-050. Date of incident, 6/18/2000. Time of incident, 12:05 p.m. Place of incident, compound near Unit 2. Assignment, unassigned. Unit CA, cell 229. Incident, possession, manufactured weapon, dangerous chemicals, explosives, fighting with another person. Here goes the description. On June 18, 2000, at approximately 12:05 p.m., I was standing on Unit CB landing, searching inmates for contraband. While standing on the landing, I observed inmate Miller Gerald, 10766-050, and inmate Heatley Clarence, 39015-054, began to attack each other with homemade knives. I then pressed my body alarm and reported that 2 inmates were fighting with weapons. I ordered both inmates to stop fighting and to get down on the ground. Both inmates continued to try to stab each other and did not stop fighting until a large number of staff arrived on the scene. These inmates were taken in restraints and escorted to the office. Hassain, nobody knocked nobody out. They stabbed each other up. Prince, because of the snitching, took off on Preacher. Prince is a real little dude. Prince might be 160 pounds. Preacher, very big dude. Here we go, y'all. Now, once again, I woke up early this morning. I got somewhere to be at noon because I seen Hassain Campbell taunting Prince because he has a platform and saying this.
Hey, Prince, remember him? Ooh. Right here, since you talking, you doing a world tour, and you running your mouth. We want to hear from your mouth what happened between you and Preacher. You know that dangerous, notorious nigga from Harlem? I mean, because we heard the story, and I'm not saying it's true. I'm saying I want to hear it out of your mouth. But I'm going to regurgitate what we...
Here's the thing. One day, me and Prince was chopping it up. We was building. I'm not thinking to talk to him about Preacher. Hell, I didn't know nothing about him and Preacher. And we just talking and we build, and he like, yeah, Wack, you know, I had to do some things, man, for the home team, you know. Preacher, I had to discipline him. What you mean? Preacher from the Preacher group? Yeah, man, I had to take off on him, man, you know what I'm saying? Big dude, but it had to be done, you know what I'm saying? And I didn't even ask him for the paperwork. I took his word for it. But before we got off the phone, I seen my text going off. And when I got off the phone, I went to see what it was. And Prince had texted me all the paperwork. Everything I just read, Prince texted me, right? And I'm gonna show you guys everything. I know it may be sideways or so, but hey, y'all able to see it for yourself. There's that. So, and again, Prince didn't get knocked out. He took off. Hassain, I know you got an issue with the Supreme Team because they issued you a lawsuit, $3 million. I called you the other day and said, hey, bro, you may want to do your research because if they're saying that whatever's supposed to happen with a baby mother, there was an arrest made, hire a PI to go pull the arrest. And if there was an arrest made, then the things you're saying is not slander. It's just facts off a document. But what you can't do, Hassain, is you can't go on a mission to just create stuff. I see you tried to cover yourself, but you put it out there as if, did Prince get knocked out? That's what it was designed to do. Again, I haven't spoken to Prince in a couple days. Pretty sure we'll speak today or tomorrow by the weekend. But nevertheless, New York, I'm reporting live from the 118 freeway in good old Pacoima, California, a city within the LA County region, and direct all the way to the Bruckner, the West Side Highway, and the LIE. There you have it. Prince was well in his right to accuse Preacher for ratting because we got the documents. And Prince, as little statue as he was and is, took the time to find him some steel, sharpen that blade, and go at him. And Beaumont, USP, in the good old year 2000. The officer said they both had knives and they both were stabbing each other. And they stabbed each other until there was enough police there to wrestle him down to the ground and restrain him. No knockouts. Until next time, catch me on the 100 side of Clubhouse. Hit the subscription button, thumbs up, follow the lovely queen R_ANNB. Catch me at _the 100 show. You can catch me on the 100 side of Clubhouse. Till next time, y'all be cool. Any of my fellow New Yorkers that need the raw and uncut, the real out, holla at me. I'm over here on the West Coast. I'm out.